Bonjour, this is the tutorial on chapter 4. Chapter 4 is about la famille, your family, and how to express your family members, possession, and what you do for a living, and also some verbs like aller, to go, venir, to come, and revenir, to come back. So if you need to refer to the last page every time, go to page 131 and it will give you an overview of the chapter. The first thing is vocab centered. There's a lot of memorization in this chapter because it's about how to describe what you do for a living. You already know the verb être, to be, and the verb faire, to do. So in French, you can say your profession, je suis, for example, je suis professeur, or you can say what you do. For example, je fais de l'informatique, je travaille, that's the verb. You learned ER verbs earlier. The verb travailler means not to travel, but to work. So you can say je fais de, or je travaille dans, and then the field in which you work. So, je fais de l'informatique, or je travaille dans l'informatique. I work in computer science. I do computer science. Je suis informaticien. I am a computer tech. Je suis informaticien, je travaille dans l'informatique, or je fais de l'informatique. For teaching, je suis professeur, je travaille dans l'enseignement. L'enseignement is teaching, l'enseignement, or je fais de l'enseignement, je travaille dans l'enseignement, je suis professeur. For example, for journalist, je suis journaliste, je travaille dans le journalisme. So all of this is on page 98. You can either say what you are or what you do for a living and practice with page 98. You have a bunch of professions you can memorize. They're all on page 99 and they have arrows. Page 100, my bad. They have arrows on which you click to hear the profession. Avocat, avocate, that's lawyer. Coiffeur, coiffeuse, that's a hairstylist. Directeur de marketing, directrice de marketing. Every time you have the masculine and the feminine. Sometimes it's the same word for masculine and feminine. For example, médecin or journaliste. So just go to page 100 and learn that list. Most basic professions will be on that list. Then you can attempt the Learn Smart vocab. Again, watch this tutorial and study your ebook, and then you can attempt to learn smart vocab, which will feed you or prompt you the correct answer. To ask someone what they do for a living, you can just say qu'est-ce que tu fais or qu'est-ce que vous faites. And you can also add comme profession. Qu'est-ce que vous faites comme profession? And to ask them what they do on their free time. Qu'est-ce que vous faites pendant votre temps libre? Or qu'est-ce que vous faites comme loisir? Loisir means leisure or hobby. So again, all of this is on page 101, 102 in your chapter 4. Please open your ebook to chapter 4 if you haven't, as we continue this tutorial. The next item is the family members. So this is really interesting because most words will sound a little bit the same in French, Spanish, Italian, Latin, all the Romance languages. So let's go with father, père, mother, mère, aunt, tante, oncle, uncle, grand-mère, grandmother, grand-père, grandfather, petit-fils, grandson, petite-fille, granddaughter, fils, son, fille, daughter, cousin, male cousin, cousine, female cousin. So please go to page 104 in your ebook and you can learn the words and hear them. Basically, what I do in class when we learn the family members is I have the students draw a family tree of the Kardashians, for example, or the Jacksons, like a famous family, and I have them describe family members in French. So if you want extra credit, that means you have to watch this tutorial to know about this secret extra credit opportunity. Please describe the Kardashian family. 5 family members from the Kardashians around Kim Kardashian. So, for example, Kourtney est la sœur de Kim. Do that for 5 family members around Kim. You cannot use the sisters only, like use Kris Jenner, Rob, Paris. No, Paris is the Jackson family. Oops. I mean, Northwest or whatever the kids' names are. So you can pick either the Kardashians or the Jacksons. If you do the Kardashian family, describe 5 family members in relation to Kim Kardashian. If you do the Jackson family, describe the family relation to Michael. Okay, pick 5 family members and describe their relation to Kim or to Michael Jackson. And then you get an extra test grade of 100 if you do the 2 families. If you do 1 family, you get an extra quiz, Learn Smart grade of 100. Basically, I'm trying to have you guys pass the class, okay? So just do the extra credit and we'll look at your lowest grade at the end of the semester or grades. And I'm gonna leave this for a week since I was late in posting this chapter. You have 1 week to do that before I post an announcement about this extra credit for everybody who has not watched this video. Okay, so you have more time to produce this extra credit. Email me and type your accents, please. And today is April 14th. This is due April 25th. So I will post on April 21st for everybody. This way you have an advantage on the people who have not watched this video. The next topic is possession, and it kind of goes with family because when you describe your family, you're gonna say my family, my father, my mother, my parents. So en français, my has 3 versions, okay? Masculine, feminine, and plural. Mon, ma, mes, that's for my. Ton, ta, te, that's for your. For his or her, we don't look at his or her, we look at the family member, meaning no matter if I'm describing his mother or her mother, in French, I'm gonna look at the gender of mother and I'm gonna say sa mère. For father, I'm not gonna look at the gender of the person whose father we're describing, whether it's his father or her father, I'm gonna say son père. Same thing for parents. No matter if I'm describing his parents or her parents, I'm gonna say ses, S-E-S, parents. For our father or our mother, I'm gonna say notre. For our parents, I'm gonna say nos, N-O-S. For y'all's father or y'all's mother, I'm gonna say votre. For y'all's parents, I'm gonna say vos, V-O-S. And then their father or their mother is leur, L-E-U-R. their parents is leur with an S, L-E-U-R-S. So please go to page 131 to see what I'm saying at the same time as you're watching this. The next topic after possession is numbers, but you already know the higher numbers because when we did the lower numbers, we already introduced the higher numbers. So basically what we had said is there's no new number in French after 60. You just keep adding numbers. So you need to know your numbers from 1 to 19 because from 60 to 79, you're going to use the number for 60, which is 60, and a number from 1 to 19. For example, 61 is 61, 71 is 71, because you keep counting. 62, 62, 72, 72. So if you know your numbers from 1 to 19, you're good. Same thing once you reach 79, which is 60, 19, 79. You're gonna do 80, which is 420. 4 times 20 is 80. We don't have a number per se for 80, we say 420. Some of you will remember that 4 is 4, 20 is 20, 420, 80. That's the number in French for 80. And then same thing, you keep counting from 1 to 19. So let's say 83, 423, 83, 93, 420, 13, 93. I guess you need to be good at math when you learn the French numbers because we keep adding numbers. For example, what's 88? Do it in your head or out loud. 88, 428, 88. What is 98? 80 plus 18, 420, 18, 98. So if some of you are confused, just like I said, memorize 1 to 19 and your big numbers, 60, 80, and that's it. You know all the French numbers. There's a good recap on page 106. And again, if you go to page 131, you will see all the summary for the chapter. The next item in this chapter are the verbs. So we said we would study verb aller, to go, and verb venir, to come, and revenir, to come back. Just go straight to page 131 and it explains those that's numbers, but verbs. Aller, je vais, tu vas, il va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont. Venir, je viens, tu viens, il vient, nous venons, vous venez, ils viennent. And revenir is the same thing. You just add re, which means again, at the beginning. I know that if you're not sure about all those verbs you've been learning, you can just go to the table of contents, and at the end of the book, you have verb charts. So, of course, my screen is not cooperating right now. Let me minimize that. Okay, so if you go to, it's like the last section of the book. It's called Appendice. Appendice 1, you have your verb charts. So I guess if you're on the ebook, you go to the last section and it's no longer page numbers, it's page letters, if that makes any sense. You go to page A and you have your verb charts from ER verbs, IR verbs, irregular verbs, and there you go. You just look for aller and venir, aller is on page A2. That's in the irregular verbs. They're by alphabetical order, so that's very convenient. Venir is also, it's number 25 on page A2. Just make the most of your ebook. You paid an access code that gives you access to the ebook. Use the ebook, please, before you try the Learn Smart. Even if the Learn Smart helps you learn and is interactive, it won't make any sense unless you study the chapter first. Okay, so please let me know if you have any questions. I'm about to record something about tutoring because you guys have not been coming to tutoring. Okay, I'm here for you. We have about 3 weeks left. It's going by very fast. So please contact me outside of tutorials and outside of studying so you can put all the chances on your side for the final exam, which I'm gonna record about tutoring and the final exam in a minute. Merci beaucoup. This was my tutorial on chapter 4. Sorry for being late. I had recorded it. It's a long story, but now you have it. Merci beaucoup.